Hello YouTube, welcome to another one of my Duel Links videos, and today I have for you another Aquaactress Blink deck. This time we're using Aquaactress, and the card that we're gonna search with our skill is Wetlands. Wetlands, as you guys know, it's a field spell. It increases the attack of all Aqua type monsters, Aqua type water, level 2 or lower monsters. So both of our little Aquaactresses get that 1200 attack boost. Pair that with the continuous spells that the archetype already has, and you can get a really beefy little fish on the field. It also has boss monster Aquaactress Arowana, 2000 attack, 2000 defense, and it can search an Aquaactress per turn, so really good card. But I've covered this before, I'm sure you guys are familiar. Aquaactress Tetra is going to let us search or continuous spells. Aquaactress Guppy is going to let us special summon another Aquaactress monster from the hand. And as far as the continuous spells, this one is going to give them 600 attack and 600 defense. Wait, actually, yeah, 600 attack and 600 defense, because they gain 300 for being water and then 300 for being an Aquaactress monster. And then we have Aquarium Lightning. This card says if an Aquaactress monster you control battles an opponent's monster, during damage calculation, your battling monster's attack and defense each become double its current attack and defense during that damage calculation only, which is really great. That's how you get really high attacks. Just think about it. Wetlands alone with this is going to be a 2400 boost when they battle an opponent's monster. You know, it's crazy. We have 2 Cosmic Cyclones to trigger or skill, and obviously get rid of back row. And then we have some a little bit of a Paleozoic engine, 2 Paleozoic Hallucigenia, and 2 Paleozoic Canadia. One of my Canadias is glossy, so I couldn't use it. It would have messed up with the ratios. But I definitely wanted some Paleozoic monsters because they also benefit from Wetlands. I threw in 1 Dark Core as a tech, thanks to my boy Nasser for suggesting it, because you kind of gain a lot of card advantage once your field is set up. This card is going to search and a continuous spell every turn, and this one is going to search a monster every turn. So I wanted to be able to do something with those extra cards, and Dark Core seemed like a nice one-off. I thought of something like Divine Wrath as well, but because you're gonna have very limited space due to your continuous spells, it didn't really seem worth trying to incorporate all those, especially because Divine Wrath can become dead, and if you don't have any other slot, then you can't use your Cyclones or you can't use your traps, which would suck. And we'll also throw in 1 Sphere Kriba to control the damage that we take, and because it just works in this meta. Obviously everyone's trying to OTK you. It's not going to help you with Ancient Gears, but it will help you against Quackimero, and against any other deck it'll help you control how much damage you take to trigger your skill but not lose the duel right away. Oh, and as you guys can see in the deck list, my after we get our Prismatic Wetlands, our glossy cards is going to be 1 Aquaactress Arowana and 1 Aquaactress Guppy. I don't mind getting either of them once I have my Wetlands already, so I just decided to make 1 of each glossy. I didn't really care about Tetra being glossy, and I don't even think I have a glossy one anyway. So let's go ahead and show you guys some replays. This is all in DLV Max. I really like the KC Cup because sometimes when I'm testing decks, I don't know if this happens to y'all, but I feel like a little bit judged. If the deck is bad and random, I feel like people in rank go in, look at the deck list, and they're like, what is this animal doing in the ladder? So in the KC Cup, they can't check your deck. If they just beat you without you playing a card, then they don't get to know what kind of deck you were running. So here we're going up against another Mokuba, and we have a pretty good starting hand. I already have Wetlands. We have 1 Cosmic Cyclone to get rid of back row, and we have our 2 continuous spells set up. So look at that, 2100, just like that. And then during battle he goes up to 4200, which is insane. Wild Heart is not going to do anything to us. I'm going to go ahead and Cosmic Cyclone that Crystal Regeki, and that's going to let me get my Aquaactress Bling. We're going to pick up an Arowana. I don't want to tribute my Tetra though, so I'm just going to hang on to Arowana. especially since I picked up a second Cyclone. So if I use this one, I'm gonna be able to trigger my Kybercore Bling again. I'll get a Guppy, and now I can special summon and have a full, you know, a field full of monsters. So we're gonna see the Hate Grenade. I thought I was in trouble here, but all he does is Pegasus into Poly to summon Elemental Hero Great Tornado. Pretty cool. It's gonna be able to destroy my Tetra, unfortunately. And I didn't get to use my Cosmic Cyclone, which means I don't get my skill. But I was lucky enough to get an Aquaactress Tetra, and I'm gonna be able to get over that Tornado. Not only that, but every turn I'm thinning the deck, so you know my better cards are gonna come eventually. Go ahead and Cosmic Cyclone that Crystal Regeki, use Kybercore Bling, get my Guppy, swarm the board, BM a little bit, and that's the game. So one thing I forgot to mention, you can only control one lightning, that's the one that doubles the attack, but you can control multiple of the other one. So if you have two, I believe he's Aquarium? I can look at the name in this tool. But yeah, if you control two of them, you know, they'll get a 1200 attack boost. Like those will stack, that's what I'm trying to say. Esperoba Balance. Cosmic Cyclone to start, that's great. We can immediately get rid of some back row. And we have a Guppy Tetra combo. And this was really clutch because I guess we're going up against Buster Blader. So getting rid of DNA Surgery really puts you in a good spot. Otherwise, you might as well auto lose at that point once they get their DNA Surgery. So he's going to get a Buster Blader. Goes into Dark Paladin. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Canadia because I want to search the card that lets me, you know, that doubles my attack. And obviously, if I try to activate that with Dark Paladin, he can just negate it. So instead of taking any damage, since I already have my Kybercore Bling, I'm gonna use the Canadia right away. Get my Wetlands, search for my Lightning, get another Tetra on the field, search for another Aquarium set. And just look at this damage, 3,000, and that's without this doubling the attack. So on attack, this is 6,000, and then I get two 2,700 attacks right to the face. Really aggressive deck. And you know, these decks are working at the moment. Like I was saying the other day, Hasty Flame Sphinx is working, Aquaactress is working. Because people are afraid to run the usual battle back row, which used to be wall disruption and stuff like that, because you can't use them with Ancient Gears. They're completely dead against Ancient Gears. Here we're going up against Odeon. I think this is your typical stall burn deck. 3 back row, 1 Amazon Swordswoman, disgusting. But we're going to try it out anyways. We're going to Cosmic Cyclone that Floodgate right away. And I always go middle. That's my rule now, because I used to miss trying to go you know, left or right. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go middle. If I miss, whatever, I'm always going middle now. So we're gonna have Tetra. I'm gonna get Lightning and a set that's gonna let me get rid of this Amazon Swordswoman, but I do take the 300 damage. I'm gonna go ahead and activate my skill from the Cosmic Cyclone, pay, get that spicy Wetlands, and now we have a 2,100 beaters. And speaking of wall disruption, I ran right into a wall disruption. The really cool thing about Lightning though is that because this happens in the damage calculation, if you get Wall of Deed, the attack will reset after that battle, which is really cool. But you have to battle a monster, obviously. So here we're just thinning the deck, hoping I can get to my Arowana. Doing cheap damage as I can, and there's my Arowana. We try to go for game. He's gonna summon Amazon Swordswoman, and obviously I cannot attack into this because I'd be hitting her at 5,200 and I'm dead. Luckily I have a Canadia, so we're gonna flip that into defense mode, get rid of it, and do another 500 damage. Sets a monster. I pick up a Sphere Kribo, which is super clutch. I'm gonna thin the deck a little bit more by getting another Arowana onto the field. We get rid of this Amazoness Tiger. We get hit by Lava Golem, which is unfortunate, but it is going to trigger our skill for a third time if we needed it. Second Amazon is Willpower. Luckily, I have a Canadia, so I can attack with this Canadia, even though I'm going to take a ton of damage. It's not instant death as it would be with Arowana. So we're down to 500. If he top decks a Lava Golem, we lose. He gets Amazon's Willpower, which I was pretty tilted about. So I'm going to have to deal with another Amazoness Swordswoman. Luckily though, I do have that Sphere Creepo from earlier, and when he tries to attack to end the game, I Sphere Creepo, and then he time stalled me. He like waited for like 2 minutes and then finally disconnected. I was like, dude, you realize the deck you're running. You realize we're both DLV max. Why are you so salty? So anyway, good win. We got a Thea Gardner next. And obviously I prefer going second with this deck because we do get an extra card.
Duel.
So this is perfect. 2 sets, 1 monster. No Cosmic Cyclone, but we have plenty of back row to try to deal with whatever he has. Aquarium Lightning, Aquarium set. I'm just gonna go ahead and set my Canadia. He's going up against Auro Mages, so he's gonna get a card. My 1800 Tetra was not able to destroy the Jasmine, unfortunately. And I don't know why. I guess I know why. Yeah, never mind. I was gonna say I don't know why he didn't just activate it first to get the search, but he wanted to be able to negate something with Rosemary. He wanted to negate my lightning, but we're gonna go ahead and use Canadia right away. Get rid of the Aroma Seraphi Rosemary. Top deck's a Junk Synchron. I thought it was gonna go Armades, but Armades can deal with cards that are already face up. Like my effects will still activate. So he goes. Wait, yeah, he goes Rosemary instead. Negates my lightning. Gets rid of my Tetra, but also triggers my skill, which is gonna let me get over this Rosemary very, very easily. We're still thinning the deck out, but my opponent does have 7,700 life points, or had. Not anymore. Picks up a Rosemary. Doesn't do the correct man. He should have gone for Tetra, because this is obviously 2,400, not enough, even with the field spell. And then at that point, that's definitely an L for them. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Hallucigenia, get a Canadia on board, get another Aquarium set, and look at all this beautiful attack. I have a 3,000 attack Canadia, my boy. Canadia. And this is 6,000. Look at that. 4850 to the face. And they're not dead. My Canadia finishes the job. Really, really fun deck. But, you know, obviously, you do have those 2 monsters at the top, being Wakimeru and Ancient Gears at the moment, that not many decks are going to be able to compete with. But I still try to have fun in the ladder, so this definitely did it for me. I played this all morning. For this last duel, we have a Yugimoto. We already have our Wetlands, but that's okay because we can still search a second Guppy and an Arowana with our skill. So here, I'm going to be forced to use my Hallucigenia to protect my Guppy. I really didn't want to lose Guppy right here. I was risking him having a mass change, but to be honest, if he had a mass change and I let him destroy this, it doesn't matter. I'm probably going to lose. Luckily, he doesn't have the mass change, and we're able to save our Guppy. Guppy's going to summon Tetra. Tetra's going to get an Aquarium set. So we have both of our continuous spells. And I go ahead and get a third one in there, because I was thinking if I attack into a wall of disruption, I go to 14, that's 28, I can still kill him. So this seemed worth it, even though I'm completely locked out. We're gonna see Canadia, that's gonna give me a Hallucigenia at 3,000 attack, gets rid of the Decider, and my Tetra finishes the job. So really, really cool to be able to get your Wetlands off of one Cosmic Cyclone like that. It reminds me of those Bastion decks where you just run 3 Cosmic Cyclones Pay 1,000 and then activate the skill to get a field spell. Only Wetlands is much better, giving you a 1200 attack boost. But that's gonna be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, like, comment, and subscribe if you want. Join my Discord if you haven't. The link will be down in the description. Along with my PayPal link if you guys want to support my channel, support my content. I really appreciate it. And one thing I don't mention a lot, but I do want you guys to do, is hit that notification bell, because I know a lot of you don't ever get notified about my videos, and I don't know, YouTube's messing up. So make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss any of my content. And yeah, till next time.